Howdy friends, and welcome back to Toy Box Nostalgia. I'm Douglas, and in this video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing and taking a very close look at the 2024 Mattel Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revolution Emperor Hordak. So Masters of the Universe Revolution is the show from Netflix. So this Masterverse action figure is based on Hordak's appearance in that show. I'm not really a big fan of that show, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm happy that it exists. I'm happy that Masters of the Universe is continuing. Mattel's exposing younger generations to He-Man the Masters of the Universe because of how happy it made me as a kid, I guess. I don't know. In fact, that's one of their slogans, is empowering the next generation through play. We'll take a closer look at this box here in a second. If you're new to Toy Box Nostalgia, you'd love to see more content like this show up into your YouTube newsfeed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It truly helps out the channel, and thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed. It really, truly means so much to me. If you enjoy the content of this video, or if you're just a fan of Masterverse action figures, or Mattel, or the Masters of the Universe Revolution, or even Revelation TV series, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love you so much forever for it. And drop a comment below letting me know what you think of this new Hordak. I think it's cool to have another Hordak. Whether it's based on the show or not, it actually looks pretty rad in the box. So give me about 10 seconds to set this stuff up here and set up the lighting and everything, and I'm gonna catch you after this quick break. Okay, my friends, let's take a look at packaging. Look how gorgeous this packaging is. There's artwork all over it. The whole thing is completely covered in artwork. Looks amazing. Up here says 30 points for articulation. We have that crazy Masterverse logo here with the big burst. I love this. It's mostly all cardboard. It has a really small window here, showing off about half of the action figure. We do see Hordak's staff here, which looks really close to the one that came with the classics version of Hordak, and we'll do a comparison of that also. It does say Netflix up here, the original series, 6+, and Mattel, and just look at this painting of Hordak. That is nuts. I love it. We have Motherboard in the background, or some sort of glowing version of Motherboard, which is red, and just honestly, the whole overall theme kind of reminds me of, I don't know, some sort of sci-fi version of HE double hockey sticks. Who knows? Look at all of these Horde troopers right here. They look very menacing, right? It says Masters of the Universe Revolution Emperor Hordak here on this cut on the side. And then we have another cut up here that just makes it seem like this painting is almost in 3D. Amazing. More Horde troopers here. I just love it. On this side, we have that really cool 90s, like floating head type of art here. And it shows Hordak looking kind of crazy looking with red eyes on both of them. I love this, like with his mouth and the red teeth like that. That's cool. I kind of wish that, you know, the action figure had some sort of expression other than just looking grumpy. On the back, we have the Evil Horde logo at the top. Again, absolute beautiful background setting. And we have a toy photograph of the action figure standing in front of that. Take a look at those tanks right there. Awesome, right? It says Emperor Hordak here, and we have this really nice portrait of Hordak right here on the left. Ruthless leader of the Evil Horde. And I'm going to go like this in case you want to pause it. Take a look at the rest of this. We do have our cross sale here, and we've opened up all of the rest of them already here on the channel. Also available, then we have this empowering the next generation through play. Here's the bottom, and here's the barcode in case you need it. Let's go ahead and tear this open. Okay, so this is everything that you get in the package, my friends. Let's first take a look at the action figure. I think that the sculpt looks absolutely amazing. This is incredible. Now, to me, in my opinion, I feel like the creative design process that Mattel is bringing to the table is changing the way that I'm looking at action figures. It's like changing the standard for me. This is incredible. This feels very solid. You know, it doesn't feel like cheap plastic. It's made from many different materials. And just look at the attention to detail just in the head alone. That's crazy. The one thing I do wish is that the eyes were a lighter color red, or maybe had some sort of light piping because of the glowing red eyes on the packaging. I thought that would look really awesome. His face has like this gray color inside of the eye sockets and the sunken in cheeks. That's cool. Like they didn't use black, they used a really dark charcoal gray. And I just think that looks awesome. His neck is like a really dark gray also, and his arms are like the coolest looking black color I've ever seen on an action figure. I can't even, I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. It's glossy. It's not like a matte finish or anything. It just looks fantastic. And then we have the color design, like the color palette continues on through the rest of the action figure here. It just looks awesome. Like look at the attention to detail here in the just the arm bracers alone. Fantastic. He does have black dead fingernails, which just adds to the, the gruesome creepiness of Hordak, which is awesome. Over here, it looks like we do have a grip hand for the staff. Very cool. Look at that massive Evil Horde logo on his chest plate. That looks awesome. Another thing too, this is like gunmetal, and it's painted, the armor is painted in like it's, again, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like sparkly and under the light, almost like car paint. And it doesn't match the gray here that's on this, this flowing piece right here. Because this is like metal, this is the armor, and then this is just like part of the color design for like the gown that he's wearing and stuff like that. The boots look really cool. We could lift this up. You could take a look. It just looks like a typical Masterverse leg. And yeah, the boots, they're not Evil Horde logos, but they're kind of like, minimalistic versions of them here at the top. And we do have 3 colors. We have that awesome black color. I love that. And then we have the gray and the red. And then moving down to the feet, just solid like black plastic, that really cool black color. I love that. Flipping over to the back, we have this really nice nylon cape that is part of the armor. The skin tone, I think, is awesome. I love this like tannish brown colored skin tone for Hordak. It's just that gets me. I don't know what it is. It's awesome. The horns up here on his that are coming out of his skull are gold, and they're not like really shiny gold. You could tell it's like a different piece of plastic, and it's kind of has like that bowling ball look swirl to it, or like marbling. I don't know what you want to call it, but it looks awesome. Take a look at his belt. You can see right there his belt kind of is just like a shiny red, regular red color. A little bit brighter than the rest of the red that's on the action figure, but matches the cape really well. And the cape is like super transparent. So this piece right here in the gown is like a rubber material, and then everything else is kind of a hard plastic. The armor is more of like a hard, very rigid rubber. And if you kind of peek underneath here, you can see that the cape is glued into the armor. Very cool. Looks absolutely awesome. So we also get this staff, and this staff really reminds me of the one that came with the classics version of Hordak from Mattel. And this is crazy. Like I never thought that this would be an on-peg, off-the-shelf action figure accessory from Masters of the Universe. This is crazy to me. Absolutely nuts. So we have like this, flat red color, all the same color right here for this Evil Horde logo that has Hordak's face here. And then we have these spikes up here, which are also made out of the same material, but it's painted like a silver, almost metallic color. And then we have like a ball right here with like some sort of claw holding onto the ball, as you see right there, all the way around. Then we have these spikes. This is crazy. I wish I had one of these in real life, like that. That would be kind of epic looking, right? To have this like on your wall and like maybe a portrait of Hordak. I don't know. Just looks cool. We have a spike down here. And again, it's like, it just looks very metallic. Like this looks like it's metal. Very high quality piece. I love that. And then we get this. I don't even know what's in this. Probably the hands, right? I like how they're doing this instead of using extra plastic. Kudos to Mattel for that, because that plastic stuff's really annoying. So that's right, we get 2 fists, and that's it. And in the fist, we could see that the hinge right here on the peg goes into the palm, and that is the case for both, as you see right there. This is a typical Masterverse peg. I don't think this is the new peg, like the big, thicker pegs that go into the wrists. But now, let's take a look at articulation, my friends. All right, so the head isn't going to get much movement just because of this shroud piece right here that comes up over the back of his head. Again, this is just like a rubber material, but you can get barely any head tilt. He's going to look, oh, he looks up pretty good, actually. Doesn't really look down much, kind of just looks straight ahead, but we do get an ab crunch to help with that. If you need Hordak to look down, that looks awesome, right? And then, yeah, so turning the head, that obviously is going to work. It's most likely on a ball joint. So we could go ahead and test that. Let me just move this over. Yeah, right there. So this is like the Origin / Masterverse ball joint right there for the head. And you can see the inside of the head right here is just like a, it's like kind of like a very rigid rubber. I don't know how else to describe it. But not only is this on a ball joint, but the peg moves on these action figures also. And I'm pretty sure that's the case for most Masterverse action figures and Origins action figures. So moving down to the arm, this is going to be on a peg, but it doesn't come out at the shoulder. And then we have a bicep cut, and there's also a hinge. Also, as you see, I don't know if I can. That's going to be on a hinge also. And then again, we get the bicep swivel right here. We get a hinge here down at the elbow, which is in fact a double hinge right there. So you could bring his hand right up to his face. You can punch himself in the face. That's awesome. We don't swivel at the elbow, but we do get, obviously, we could swivel at the hand just because it's on a peg. As you see here to replace it, that definitely looks like an Origins / Masterverse peg. And the peg goes, the hinge on the peg goes into the palm. Same with the two fists that we got. So you can, you can get him to hold his staff close to himself, I guess. As I said before, we do get a crazy ab crunch. This is a very large range of articulation right there. We get a swivel down here at the waist, and then down here at the legs. Not sure if we'll be able to see them or not because everything is dark colored. But the legs at the pelvis are on a ball joint, and it's probably, let's see if I can't just kind of flip this up a little bit. Yeah, let's see if we have that drop down joint. We do. So it does have a drop down. Very cool. You can make him a little bit taller if need be. And then we have a cut at the top thigh. I love that. For positioning or setting up poses for these action figures for toy photography, this cut is awesome. I absolutely love that. Down at the knee, we don't swivel at the knee, but we do have a double hinge, a double joint here. And you can see that we can get awesome amount of articulation there. We swivel at the boot, thankfully, and then going down to the foot, we can swivel at the foot. We have a hinge, and we also have a rocker. Though the rocker's not going to do much because of the way the boot hangs, or I'm sorry, yeah, I guess the boot, like the ankle protectors here, they kind of block or inhibit the rocker from doing its job. But that's okay. So we have a fair amount of articulation. Very, very cool. Let's see what he looks like with his staff here. Yeah, take a look at that. Very cool looking, right? Very nice. I love the details on this. This is, as I mentioned before, like Mattel's like setting the bar here with this. For like you could go to a store and buy this, take it off the peg, or buy it from a Big Bad Toy Store, online retailers. This is available almost everywhere, I feel like, and it's just a it's just a regular Masterverse release. Like, it's nothing special. It's not a deluxe action figure, but it looks this good. I love this so much. So let's try the punching fist. We call this the angry fist, right? Yeah, look how awesome this is. This is crazy how cool this action figure looks. So now let's take a look at what this action figure looks like compared to the classics version of the regular Hordak. Now I know it's kind of not fair. This one's from a TV show. The other one's like based on one of the original toys, not even the cartoon or Princess of Power cartoon. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the classics version of Hordak with his, his rubber cape and his huge shroud. And again, this is based off of the original toy, not really the Princess of Power cartoon. This one is based off of the Netflix show. But as you can see, they look really awesome together. This black and gray really reminds me of the Horde Wraith. Again, Mattel Masters of the Universe Classics. So I have one of those. Let me grab that. Here is the Horde Wraith here on the left, and here is the Masters of the Universe Revolution Emperor Hordak on the right. And you can see he kind of like really fits in with this toy line. Like Masterverse really does kind of fit in with the Masters of the Universe Classics, if you ask me. I think as far as quality and design and attention to detail, like you can always just add to these by doing a simple wash here and there, or doing any type of dry brushing, and just make it look that much better. Let's compare the two staffs here now. So on the right side here, this is the Masters of the Universe Revolutions Emperor Hordak staff, and then over here on the left is the Masters of the Universe Classics version of the staff that came with the action figure. And as you can see, they're quite close. Like this could just use a little wash and some dry brushing, and they can look very, very similar. Now you kind of lose the detail on the spikes up there in between the bat wings, and obviously the Hordak heads, they don't match. I really prefer this design right here just because it reminds me of the Evil Horde from the 1980s. But this being new, I guess this is just like the new version. I'm cool with that too, either way. Again, I think that this is what Mattel is doing is just nuts. They're not just reusing molds. They're literally sculpting new sculpts for all of this stuff and all of these action figures. And they're seriously setting the bar so much higher as far as quality goes. And again, the creative design process, I love it. Well, that's it, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed this Toy Box Nostalgia unboxing review and close look at the Mattel Masterverse Masters of the Universe Revolutions Emperor Hordak action figure. I think this action figure looks incredible, and you could tell from all of the dynamic lighting how great this sculpt really looks. But I'd love to know what you think, so please drop a comment below letting me know what you think of this action figure. And again, thank you so much for sticking to the end, my friend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and remember, collect and shoot.